What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode here at Pagel Services. Today we are going to be hitting up a landscaping job just on the other side of town. We got to do some rock beds and do some dirt work and seeding. And we're going to have Holly, the new guy Jarrett, and Tegan on that one. And these three have not really worked together, so it'll be interesting to see how well this team works together. There are only 2 days left to get entered in on our golf cart giveaway. That's right, we're giving away this brand new 2026 fully electric golf cart. Now this is going to be going home with one of you lucky fans. All you got to do to get entered is go on over to pagelservices.net/shop. Every dollar you spend gets you entries to take home this brand new golf cart. Now if you pay attention in the merch store, there are some 10x items. I won't give you any clues. You guys got to get on over to the merch store, see what's 10 times entries, get yourself some entries, and we could be calling you and telling you that you just won this brand new golf cart. Now let's get to work.
Holly, what do you have on? A sweatshirt? July, 20th? Something like that. You have a sweatshirt on. It's windy. Do you know what time it is during the day?
It's almost 1 o'clock.
You got a sweatshirt on.
Yeah, it's windy.
You want to tell the people what temperature it was last week?
100? It's just cold. It's just windy. I don't like wind.
Waiting on some dirt. What do you got to do today?
Seed. Spread some dirt. Spread some seed. And we get to use the straw blower today.
It's a really good day for that.
No. Windy. We're gonna have a mess.
Saw the rocks floor wash out or what?
Oh yeah. It all washes out. Cause these things, I think it's supposed to be pointed that way.
You know how to use this thing?
We're learning. It's kind of like a skid loader. Ran it my whole life. Getting used to it though. We got here and she said, yeah, you're running it. So I said, all right, I guess I learn it. Get in it and learn it. I'm used to the H pattern skid loader, the foot pedals, and then forward and backwards with your handles. And it's what I grew up on, but a little different. A little different with the pivot too. You don't have to pivot the skid loaders. And grew up on I guess more or less like a little beef farm. Nothing, nothing crazy. 10, 20 beef cows and some pigs and some chickens, and kind of like a hobby farm mostly. So, yep.
That's awesome.
Yep, grew up doing that.
That's the best way to grow up.
Yeah, absolutely. Grew up doing everything outside. And there was no such thing as phones or any of that kind of stuff when I was growing up.
How was your weekend?
Went golfing Friday night, and fishing tournament Saturday, and golfing Sunday, and that's about it.
Emily, you gonna go spread that?
Yeah.
Spread that out?
Heard it's just like driving a skid loader.
Yeah.
I hurt my knee this morning. I stepped in a hole and my knee went backwards. It hurt. And it still hurts. And it's the knee that has the screw coming out.
Yeah, if you guys go through this one more time, get all them little humps out. Tegan's coming up here to help you guys finish this too. I'll go look out back, see how much dirt we need.
You know, it'd be a lot cooler if you were stealing it and it had ice cream in it.
I don't think it has ice cream there.
That's too bad. Professional seed spreader.
Yeah.
Contact Holly for any seed spreading needs.
No. The wind is not working with me today. Blowing it where I don't want it. Wind's making this difficult. I don't want it in the rocks. Just fishing. Bringing in a big one.
Holly, are you driving?
No, it's a dream.
Oh, that's a nightmare.
Yeah, you're watch out.
Stay in the back. Hold on. Wheelie. Just a bunch of people standing around.
Turn the camera around. You can see another one. At least Holly's working.
Big load. Watch out. Don't worry, boys. She's got it.
Perfect.
She's got it.
I got it.
They're just standing there. That's all right.
Right.
What? Yes, Holly, you're right.
What are you in? See? What are you in charge of?
Shovel team.
Just.
You are in charge of mowing.
Not anymore.
Why?
I'm here now.
Tegan, what have you been doing all day?
Mowing, weed whacking.
That's it.
Yeah.
Holly had a sweatshirt on earlier.
So did the new guy. I was like, how are you not overheating?
I didn't even know there is a new guy.
Yeah.
When he start?
Today.
Today.
Not bad. He's pretty good.
That's good. How does this work for watering?
That's their job.
Who's they? Oh, their boys will come out and put sprinklers on and
They're gonna have to. I wasn't informed we're putting sprinklers. We only put sprinklers if they are requested. No, it really sucks that he brought that. Now we're gonna have to carry all the bales by hand.
oh no. Maybe that's what. Nope. Oh, Pam. Oh, Holly.
Yeah.
Oh, Holly. I'm not gonna tell him you said that.
What'd she say? Huh? Shit talking?
Yeah. She said that.
Guess I could have made him walk out and get all the bales.
Daddy, sucks you took the bucket off. 'Cause I was gonna have to carry the bales by hand now.
Yeah.
And then you come around the corner.
See?
Holly's got a big
Work
head.
smarter, not harder. You can fit 2 bales in the bucket.
Is it heavy?
No. This is awkward.
What are you doing?
Strapping down bales. So I don't lose them.
Jared, what are you doing?
Nothing. Easy work, I guess. Let Holly do all the hard work.
Yeah, obviously that's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's good. You know, this isn't the first time I got that answer. Actually,
You know,
I
I
asked the boys.
feel like she just does it better. than any of us, so.
Alright, you wanna bring that mini over here with that blower? Blue thing?
You want it over here?
It's gotta go on this trailer. There's no way that truck's pulling that with that on there. It goes under the belt so I don't break the belt. Sure, I don't smash it. I don't.
Oh, check out the old Pagel power unit here. So I got this frame done, which I told you guys I was going to build the frame, weld it to that, get that on there, so that way I can now move this thing around. Somebody asked in the last video how I'm coming on this thing, and what I'm doing right now is I'm mapping out all the plumbing. It's not easy because I don't have that much experience with hydraulics. So I'm trying to use some software online to help me map all this out and figure out exact tank size, location, all the ports. There's a lot of different things going on with this as far as plumbing wise, but I did order the hydraulic tank and the fuel tank, which I think they're both going to end up being down there below. Next step is getting the plumbing, knowing exactly where everything's going to be. And then I want to mount those tanks and then start getting some hoses and stuff. And somebody said buy a hose crimper. I really don't think that's the case. You know, during the year, I probably get 4 hoses made a year, you know, and I don't think it's worth buying a hose crimper. And it's not so much buying the hose crimper. If you buy a hose crimper, then you got to buy a bunch of different sizes of hoses, and then you got to buy a bunch of different fittings so you got them all on hand. And I don't think that's, A, I don't really have the space for it, and B, I really don't think it's that big of a, I don't think that's something I should invest my money in. You know, I can run uptown and get hoses made pretty quick. Once I get all that plumbing figured out, I'll know what hoses I need. But I did buy something else. Let's go unload this thing. It's in the back of my truck. We're going to use the Chinese forklift here. Got the guys some DEF fluids, so that track machine that Hunter and Preston have up on that job site in Barneveld takes DEF, and that truck takes DEF. Other than that, everything else here is none of that crap. I did buy something else for Hunter and Preston. It's right here in this box, and this is not sponsored at all. You know, Vevor is a company that we actually use. We do use quite a few of their products, and really the quality's actually pretty good. But the other good thing about Vevor is the quality's good, the pricing is great, and the shipping is great. So like this, I think this took 3 days to get here, and this is obviously a big ass box. So let's show you guys what I bought. Oh yeah. Big old plastic tote. So what we're looking at here is a 116 gallon fuel transfer tank. And I have that old steel transfer tank. That's like 40 gallons. The problem with those is you can't really move them around with a forklift. So I want something that's kind of mobile. You can pick up, set in the back of the truck. You know, in the winter time, we can move it from truck to truck. Simple, ease of use. And this has the pump, filter, nozzle, everything already included. You know, it's kind of an all-in-one unit. It's got a nice gauge on there. It already says 3/4 full. So that's nice of them to send it, you know, pre-filled with diesel fuel. But did buy an accessory for this. We're gonna kind of put this together and go fill it up with some fuel and see how it works. But again, it's just really, I don't know, one of my buddies bought one like this. I think it's a 48 gallon tank, and he said it's just really nice, all in one unit. I mean, we've had transfer tanks, you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys have had transfer tanks, but I don't know, we're gonna try out the Vevor plastic one and see how this works. So let's put her together and try her out. So I did take some time and actually think about this. You know, this holding 116 gallons, that'll get them through a week, no problem, with the 2 machines up there. So I didn't really want to go with a 48 gallon because that probably wouldn't be enough. So I feel like this is just a good size. I think it was like 800 bucks, which to me seems pretty reasonable. I mean, obviously at the end of the day, it's just a plastic tank, but so far the quality seems pretty good. These are all O-ring fittings, which that's kind of interesting, so we don't have to put Teflon on anything. I just want to make sure everything's good and tight so that when they do use this, they're not leaking fuel all over and making a mess. I did not read the directions. Probably should have, but you know, maybe we'll get lucky and I'm just putting it together right. Maybe we'll see here. I don't know. It is lockable too, which is kind of nice. You guys are gonna get the real no BS, you know, from me, which I don't know why I say that, because honestly I do give you guys the real no BS. We're gonna put this on. Man, these are all O-ring fittings. I've never even seen that. Like usually anytime you're working on these transfer tanks and stuff, it's all Teflon tape. All right, I should have put this on down first. Good thing I read the directions. So this thing's basically a giant gas can with pump. And it's probably not for everybody. I'm sure there's gonna be somebody that tells me this is stupid, but you know, or maybe there's some of you guys that actually have one of these and you already use it. If that's the case, put it down in the comments. Let me know what your experience is with it. But this is the part I don't like, which it's not really super inconvenient, but you have to take these leads, you know, and hook it up to your battery. We ain't doing that. We're gonna make this thing nice. Not really a fan of these cords where you gotta hook them up to your battery. So I bought a little power inverter that will make this thing run on a Milwaukee battery. The guys always have Milwaukee batteries. I feel like it's kind of a no-brainer. So I cut all that excess cord off and mounted the inverter and a battery right there. I don't know. In my opinion, this should be a nice little unit here. We can get a... That's handy. Every time you shut it, it turns on. Might have to rig something up there. Guess I didn't think about that, did I? Dumbass. Yeah, boy. Probably have to... Oh boy. Might have to make a little cover for this button or something. Or just make it so this hose wraps in here a little nicer. I don't know, but let's go fill her up with some fuel and see if this pump and everything works. I'm telling you, just love this forklift. Absolutely love it. We used it this morning. There was no skid loader here to load equipment. Just use this thing all the damn time. It's one of those things that you get, and then you're like, how did we ever get by without a forklift? Well, we struggled with a skid loader, that's what we did. So we'll go put like 10 gallons in this thing. Some red fuel, make sure it works, and then we're gonna fill it up. Hunter and Preston should be back tonight. I mean, it's 4:30, so I don't know what time they're quitting. Probably now or 5, and then they got an hour drive home, and then we'll load this up. They'll have fuel on site tomorrow. And like I said, they'll just have to bring this back once a week and fill it up here. I'd rather get fuel from our tanks because I know what's in there. We keep up with our filters, and it's off-road, a little cheaper, so. And we're gonna see if Vivor's lying on 116 gallons. We just set this baby to 0, so. Make sure they're giving out the right numbers. One thing I do see that I wish this had was a screen. It doesn't have a screen on the inlet, which I guess isn't a big deal, but I better make sure there's not a plug out on the bottom. But it does have a nice vent cap. It looks like it has 2 vents, which is good because if you guys know, you know, a lot of plastic tanks, they like to expand and retract in the sun, so I don't know. I'm gonna talk to the guys and tell them to make sure they're not leaving this thing out in the sun. Try to keep it under a tree or something, just to kind of make it last a little bit longer. So we'll stop at 20 gallons and then try her out. 16.3 gallons. Let's see how the old Milwaukee battery works here. It says self-priming, 30-minute duty cycle. Oh yeah, we got fuel, baby. All right. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. You know, this is a pretty simple concept. The only thing I don't like is wrapping up this fucking hose. But let's fill her up and see if it holds 116 gallons. All right, we're at 100 gallons. She's getting right up there. I don't know. I don't think she's gonna take one. Oh, clicked at 101. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Vivor. Vivor lying to us? Somebody in the reviews said the tank only holds about 100 gallons. Uh-oh. Got 106. There ain't no way we're getting our 10 gallons in there. Vivor, are you kidding me? How dare you lie to the public like this? How dare you? They have to know what it holds. 107.5. I could probably get another half a gallon in there. So 108 is really what this thing holds. She's right up there, and the fuel gauge seems to be misreading, which kind of sucks. I seem to have bad luck with fuel gauges. I don't know, the fuel gauge on my furnace has never worked since day one, so a little annoying. Ooh. All right. So one thing I do see is I got some of those absorbent kind of mat things. I'm gonna run in the shop, grab some of those, maybe just keep some of them in here because you're obviously gonna drip fuel. And then I gotta figure out a good way to wrap this hose up, or if I gotta change something here. I don't know, but so far I don't like the way the hose rolls up. I want this to be convenient. I don't want this to be annoying. This end almost needs a swivel too. This end came with a swivel. It'd be nice if there was another one, and it'd be nice if the fuel gauge works. So thanks, Vivor. You lied on the gallons. There's no way my tank's off 8 gallons. 8 gallons per 100? No way. Put a nice little Pagel Services padlock there. With a sticker on her or something, and away we go. Well, now I'm wondering how much 100 gallons of fuel weighs. Well, let's just ask ChatGPT. How much does 108 gallons of diesel fuel weigh?
Diesel weighs roughly about 7 pounds per gallon, depending on temperature and exact composition. So for 108 gallons, you're looking at around 750 to 760 pounds in total.
Yeah, so it's less than 800 pounds. That's, that doesn't seem too bad. I mean, you certainly ain't gonna be loading and unloading this by hand, but I don't know, they're gonna have to be really careful moving this around with a skid loader. You definitely don't want this thing tipped over. The other thing I just thought of too is strapping this thing down. It's got like one spot up there where you could put a strap. Wish I had another one. I guess that's kind of for a strap there. So, I don't know, should work pretty good. It's got United States Department of Transportation. I don't know if that means it's good. Follows the FCC rules. We're off to the races, guys. All right, little update on the fuel tank. I got it loaded up in Hunter and Preston's rig. They just got back for the night, so that's all good. I did talk to a buddy who's got that same fuel unit, and he said that I need to get a different inverter. So I ordered the correct one, which has over discharge protection and a switch. So there have been some reports of those inverters getting hot and melting down and starting fires. So we don't want that. So I told them guys they can use it tomorrow. Just make sure they unhook the battery from it when they're not using it. We'll put a different inverter in. It's not a big deal. They're like 25 bucks, but I want to make sure we have the right one. That one has a fuse in it, but it doesn't have an on-off switch, and it doesn't have that over surge protection or whatever. So we don't want the fuel tank starting on fire.
It is now time for everybody's favorite segment, Kaleb in the comments. Now, these comments are unbearably heavy, so we need to bring them in with the toy forklift we have available in the merch shop.
All right, now if you guys want one of these forklifts, they're available in the merch store. Fun little toy for the kids, and they are 10 times entries for the last 2 days of the golf cart giveaway. So get on over to the merch store, check out our forklift. Comes with a pallet, some cones, but it does not come with the spicy comments.
This first comment comes from at Paul E. Fiore 1175. It's actually a two-parter because there's a second comment underneath. First comment goes, "What's Dan cost you a year?"
Dan costs me a lot of money every year, I'll tell you that. He's got some bad luck, and we're cracking down on him, though. We're cracking down. Everybody has mistakes, but Dan's a little more expensive.
And another comment on that thread is, "That effer's as useless as tits on a boar."
Yeah, so Dan does do things here. I know it doesn't seem like it. You guys got to remember, our YouTube channel is entertainment, so you know, we got to show you the juicy stuff. But he does spray lawns, he does make the YouTube shorts, and he does reply to a lot of comments on YouTube. So
this comes from at Don Beard in 1953. "It definitely would not hurt to thank the regular viewers and channel subscribers. They are the foundation for the channel. Without them, you would not even have elite members."
yeah, no shit. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that many times. I know before we had members, before we had the Pagel Elite side, I know there's a ton of videos where you could go back, and I say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to all the viewers. So I just said thanks to the elite members. Don't get your panties in a bunch.
AJ Mulvey 7079. "Someone should show Sean Strickland the first 6 minutes or so. Stop crying. You're not going to make everyone happy. And F the ones you don't. But man, the F up. I thought you were going to cry. No wonder you got R-worded yes men working for you. Imagine having an opinion working for this sensitive goof. Keep making them. I'll keep watching. Will we have to pay to see the dirt build? I appreciate the videos. Thank you."
That guy's just a roller coaster.
He was all over the place.
Of emotions. He probably wrote that at like midnight. Just hammered.
"I hate you." "No, I love you." I hate you." "No,
I'll
I
watch
love you."
them, but this is pissing me off. This is stupid. Yeah, it's tough making everybody happy. I mean, I can't even make you happy, so, and you like our stuff, so it's truly hard. I just try to reply to everybody.
This one comes from at O.5075. "I would never pay to be a member of somebody's effing YouTube channel. That is such a waste of money. What a effing screwball. Wait till the end of the video. I sat here and watched this B word for almost, 50 minutes, and then get told to go and effing buy exclusive content. So much hate."
Yeah, we got a lot of heat for that one with Eric when he quit. And, you know, we told like 80% of the story, you know, and then the last bit of it was more of me ranting and complaining about employees and things that I've been through. So, you know, you got most of the story. It was just that extra bit of me talking about it, which was in the members only.
At JC43064. "Asking for the job back wearing a nice clean Pagel shirt. I suspect this was all made for TV and he never even left."
Yeah, we said somebody would probably say that. Yeah, it might look that way, but no, it was real deal. He was actually wearing those Pagel shirts to his new job that he was at for 2 weeks. So, cool fun fact there.
At Aldo CR2FL. "Oh my God, Holly bending over. I need my heart to be resuscitated, but I'll still finish the comment. I'm just in love. Rose, 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 rose."
Jesus Christ, buddy. Settle down. There's one woman on the camera and he's just getting all excited. Sorry, bud. She's taken. Apologies.
Eric Lively. JJ9KP. At Pagel Services, "How come you bitch about Dan, who, let's be real, is probably one of your top employees who gets you the most views, and not Hunter? The kid is an absolute cowboy / hack who no one wants to work with, and I don't blame them. Kid is an accident waiting to happen. I couldn't imagine hiring a company to come work at my house, and that clown shows up."
You know, there's a lot of different opinions out there. You just got to remember that this is all entertainment on YouTube. I do have a business, an actual business that I have to run here. Where we do landscaping jobs and make customers happy or spraying lawns. And YouTube is a side business, so not everything you see on YouTube is going to be 100%. We do stretch some things a little bit to make it a little more drama and a little more exciting, but everybody here has a job to do and they all get it done.
At Christopher Z1169. My brother started a landscaping business when he was in his early 20s and turned it into an excavating business, digging foundations, Title V work, and contract work for the largest utility company in the Northeast. He had everything. Beautiful house, boat, Class A Tiffin coach, wife, and 3 kids. Was healthy and strong as a horse. Died suddenly from a brain aneurysm at the age of 46. Don't sweat the small stuff. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. Side note, someone also commented on that comment. At Monster A Guy says, I pray every day for that to happen to me.
To happen to him? Oh, geez. Yeah, I mean, that's part of life, man. I could get T-boned by a dump truck later today. I mean, we just don't know. So, yeah, I try to not let things bother me. I've been working on that, and honestly, I've been doing a lot better with that, but still you're going to have things bother you as a business owner, and you still have to address them. And sorry to hear about that. That sucks. I hope that does not happen to me. I know there's some commenters that wish it would happen to me, but, hopefully I get to enjoy retirement someday. So,
at Jake Johnson 4915, man must suck owning a company, bud. Maybe you should go get a regular job and work for someone, ya whiny little bizatch.
ooh,
Man, you're weak, bud. I'm going to start calling you Kaleb 10-ply, 'cause you're soft, brother. Nothing worse than seeing a full-size man crying about shit.
man.
I tried putting a little accent on there.
You just call me Kaleb 14-ply, because I'm tougher than shit here. Yeah, so it's more of being transparent with the YouTube land, because like I said, a lot of people don't get that part across on their YouTube channels. So I'm trying to be transparent, whereas a lot of business owners go through this stuff and they'll just talk about it amongst themselves or with a friend or something. I'm bringing it out to the public, so I understand your point. That's fine, but we're an entertainment channel. We're having fun here, and we're being transparent with you guys. So
these 2 comments come from the short that we posted about there being no AC in the dump truck.
Oh yeah.
These are off TikTok.
Got people riled up.
Simple Request 232 says, can you imagine filming this, watching it, and thinking, hell yeah, I'll post that. It's a great look for my business.
Can you put the short in here?
I've had a guy tell me that he won't drive that truck because it doesn't have AC, so
That don't bother me in the
it's
least.
a little different. A little different mentality in the younger generation to the older one, but
Of course, I got shorts on too.
that well, luckily Dan's truck he just picked up in Arizona has air conditioning, so I think if it didn't have air, he'd be calling and saying I'm stopping somewhere to get it fixed.
I was just explaining on how we don't have air conditioning in the dump truck. And man, did a lot of people get their panties in a bunch. A lot of truck drivers, I'm sure, a lot of employees, blah, 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 whatever. And I understand it, but at the same time, you need to understand that our dump truck doesn't run 40 hours a week. It probably runs 15 to 20 hours a week. And the guy that runs it does not care one bit. He's not a little bitch like some of these guys in the comments that won't run a truck without AC. And really it's only hot here in southwest Wisconsin for like 6 weeks where it's really, really hot. So it's actually cooled right down now. Now it's like 65 degrees and perfect out. So, 1, my driver doesn't complain about it, and 2, the dump truck's not on the road full time, so it doesn't really matter. It's not a big deal.
And the final comment comes from Banned Since Yesterday. No AC means cheap boss, which means you'll probably have to jump through hoops to get paid.
not a cheap boss, but yeah, I guess I shouldn't say that, because I don't want to spend thousands of dollars to fix the AC on that truck, like I just said, when we only use it 15 to 20 hours a week. But I can assure you this, and this is one thing that I've always been proud of, and that it will never change, is my employees have never ever will miss getting paid. That's never happened in the almost 15 years I've been in business, and it's never going to happen. So my employees always get paid. There's been weeks where I don't get paid or some bills don't get paid, but my employees always get paid. So nice try, buddy. All right, well, I appreciate you guys sticking around for Kaleb in the comments. Make sure to stay tuned for Saturday's video. We got a landscaping job the guys are working on in Lancaster, and some other fun things going on. So as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Out in southwest Wisconsin where the work gets done, we ain't about the fake, we just show the real fun. From fixing up the houses to clearing out the land, a little bit of sweat